Yes, Neeraj. Should I unmute you, Neeraj? Yes, Adi, sure. You can come back with your question once I'm done answering Neeraj's question. I can come back to your question.
Hi, Jagjot.
Hi,
Am I
Neeraj.
audible? Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing good. So, if you remember, I have connected with you over the email also.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yes, yes. So I told you my situation, basically the problem I'm going through from
Right,
last 1 year, the restlessness, the anxiety, and those
right.
situations. And I'm into the Advaita teaching from last 4 5 years.
Okay.
And I've assimilated the teachings well, but from last 1.5 year, it's been really tough and for answers. And as you told that probably I'm going through the period of which is traditionally called dark night of the soul. So how to cope with this? I mean, because it is quite difficult. So how to keep ourselves into the teaching, rooted into it? That's my main question.
Yes, it is. It is in fact quite difficult. In fact, it is one of the most painful things because one is at the helm of confusion. You feel the highest highs and the lowest lows, and you know it can be a difficult ordeal. But here's the thing: I would suggest that at this point, you know, be as compassionate to yourself possible, as much as possible, right? So certain things like taking care of your health, basic health, is important at this stage. And of course, speaking to people, whoever you get to speak to, your friend, you can speak to me or anybody else. And the thing is that, the more we try to find a way out of this, the more we get trapped into this. That is the problem. The resistance itself creates a lot of pain and suffering, which gets prolonged. Now, it is very difficult to say how long will this last for an individual. For some people, it doesn't last very long, while for others, it may continue for some time. But yes, the intensity at some point gets reduced. And only through that confusion, the clarity comes. So, the only way, that Ramesh Balsekar or any other teacher would talk about this, they would say the total acceptance of what is happening is the only relief. It may not, um, it may not take away the pain, but it will certainly reduce the suffering to quite an extent. In that sense, you're not putting any resistance to what is being witnessed. And of course, the concept is there. The concept is that the feelings are and sensations and emotions, these are all arising. But there is no central agency that is experiencing them. The experienced and the experiencer are one. So, what happens is that the intensity produces the notion of a separate experiencer. Now, when this understanding deepens slowly, then of course it starts changing this entire thing, because then you see every painful sensation as an arising, but not as something arising to me. Now, this does not like I can speak from my own experience. The intellectual understanding or reading textbooks did not help me in that phase. What helped actually was total seeing, total surrender to what was happening. Now, it may happen that the person who is going through this may be suffering, let's say, from some addiction or some problem. In that case, then you need to, take the appropriate help for that. But with this understanding, even in that, a lot of help, it will help a lot. So I would say that whatever gives you your peace of mind, even if like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes in a day, anything like meditation or working out, or simply walk, if nothing else, just a simple walk, do that by all means. But fighting it is not going to help much.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Most welcome. So in this thing, generally, in this teaching, there has never been any method prescribed. This message does not promise you any, it does not give you any promises. It does not tell you that you do this and all of a sudden it will end. The information that I received was that it has to, the energy which runs through you, the apparent you, has its own will. So it is taking its own course. Now, in that, it is dissolving some knots. This is just a concept. So when it dissolves that knot, that is sometimes experienced as anxiety or depression, and it can be quite debilitating, quite debilitating. But when there is no resistance to it and we allow the energy to do its work, it resolves faster.